I got called up to protect our existence. It's all crashing down and we are the resistance. My spaceship is a tank, also a gun. Never thought smashing rocks would be so much fun. Intelligent shows where they're gonna fall. So we race to the scene when we get the call. We arrive and the skies open up with fire. No time to sit back, no time to admire. Auto fire engaged, I go left and right. Between the meteors and me, I'm gonna win this fight. I had to dodge and go into hyperspace. My dread's torn up all over the place. Time for repairs, my friends are taking over. Put up the shield and call out the rover. We are the planet's last hope, we won't flee. These rocks won't stop, but either will we. Burning it, smash them all down.
Hey, what's happening?
Coco.
Pete, you look really furry today. But you know what? I'm not one to judge. Oh, yeah, I must be tired as well, yawning. Coco, the retro gaming cat, and my Mission X is way back there in my construction zone. What is happening, everyone? Oh boy, we got a full house in here. Sorry about being late. Yep, that's me, you know. PJ, happy Monday, fellow Woodgrain Warriors. I crashed and burned hard on this one. Well, I think I saw your screenshot on Twitter. But dude, I didn't do as great as I think I did either, but I haven't played it in so long. Live in the moment. What is happening? Greetings, fellow Amiconians. Kurt Bradshaw in the house. Happy Monday, everyone. With the Intellivision controllers, Silly Club member. And Emma Jade, what's happening? Yeah, you came early and I'm late. Sneed Chucky, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, don't touch that dial, right?
We've been more late before than this, Chuck.
Yeah, this is not bad for me. Yeah, right. Luke's Awakening's like DJC late. I can't believe that. Yeah. Stashnet, good to see you. Very good to see you. Very good to see you. Let's see. I think I've got 68 Camaro in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, no tip for me. I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. Sneed says, imagine a concert with DJC, Rex Viper, and Video Games Live. Sure. I don't know who Rex Viper is. I've heard the name.
Rex Viper is the band with James Rolfe and
oh, really? Oh, that'd be cool.
Peter. Yeah.
I'd be down, man.
Silverman. Yeah. They're good.
I'd be down. Let's see. Saviter's in the house. Yeah. Meow. TJ Fiera, Pete Pussycat.
Devo had a song called Pink Pussycat.
There you go. Mike Tendo Power. Hey, what's up, fellas?
Like a triple entendre to me.
You can't join the Silly Club. Oh, it's not an option on the iPad. I never checked on the mobile things. I'd have to look and see why it doesn't do that. But well, good to have you. And like I said, if anyone wants to come by Wednesdays, we've kind of, we have a more of a show kind of like this on Wednesdays as well now. It's a little more curated, and nothing against anybody. I'm just saying it's a little more curated and a little more chill. So please hope to see you then too. But anyways, I got to start off by saying I've been doing some massive construction back here. Like I was just telling Jeff, I put these 4 shelves up today. I got ones down here. I'm just trying to make room for more stuff because I'm going to start doing Atari Inbox, some more 3DO, and some other things as well, whatever I find. But like I just needed to make more room, and I think the little shrine to Intellivision kind of had to go away. I mean, there's plenty of Intellivision stuff, but that whole racking I had, it was just I'd rather put games there than have like little stuff. And I don't know. There's a lot more I got to do. So if you're wondering why it looks really weird behind me, that's why. But anyways, yeah, well, Indie Racing Nut, what's going on, man? Welcome, foolish mortals. So, I don't know. I think we all have mixed feelings on Mission X. I cannot wait to watch Jeff's video.
My feelings aren't mixed.
He said he feels the same way as I did about pinball. So, hey, everybody's got their pinball. So Jeff, what didn't you like about Mission X? Or is that the understanding?
I wish they would have just streamlined it. Eliminate altitude. I don't care about it. When there's a plane in the sky and I shoot my bullets, let me hit them.
Yeah.
Early on, there's these things flying around. I can't hit them with the shot, but they can run into me. And I'm
You
like,
took the anti-aircraft missiles, yeah.
yeah. So I guess it's a altitude thing. I don't know. But I just wish I could shoot everything in the sky with the bullets and everything on the ground with the bombs.
With the bombs.
And not have to worry about going up and down because I don't know. It made it more complicated than it needed to be for me. Anyway. I was trying to play it like a normal shooter, and I'm like, what is with this altitude?
It was kind of, it reminded me of like, 1942, 1943 kind of meets River Raid.
Yeah,
like, that's the only way I could put it.
The game itself isn't bad. It just didn't like, it wasn't my style, I guess. I was talking to Casey Neidall. He said it was he said he loved the game when he was a kid. And I may have loved it too when I was a kid.
See, I never had it when I was a kid. I got it later in my collection, but when I first played it, I was like, I thought it was a little strange. There wasn't as much shooting. It was mostly bombing. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like I think was at the end of the first run, just these planes just start shooting you. And I'm like, but they start coming more and more the farther you get. But I really need to get like practicing on it a little bit more. And of course, like a lot of these, I jump into them after so long and I'm just not good. And I don't have the time to spend to just focus on that. But I wouldn't mind doing a stream on that or trying that. Same with a couple games, but anyways, yeah. So Pete, what did you think of Mission X?
It was pretty much what I remember. I mean, the big thing is you got to get over the hang up. You only shoot to shoot the planes. The missiles you can't hit. You never could. That was the whole thing. So I was used to that. I never thought that you should, even though most shmups you would be able to, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hit some of that because they make them look like something that you can hit. And the altitude really doesn't make any difference except for it's the speed that you travel. Yes, the missiles come up at different altitudes. You can tell when they're up high. So if you go low, you can actually go under them. So that's all that moving up and down does. Plus, if they're coming straight at you, you can dive to go faster and get out around them and slow down.
At the end of the level, you've got that was it what's it called? It's like a landing strip or something.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to do something there?
Just just go down to the bottom and skid along it, but it really doesn't do anything for you.
Because I went down, I pushed down on it and I crashed at some point. So after that, I was like, if you hit the bomb when you're on it, you bomb yourself, you blow yourself up. Maybe that's what I did.
And you lose 1,000 points if you bomb the runway.
Oh. Yeah, you do lose I didn't know that. I was reading I actually did read the manual a little bit on this, and I knew that the trucks and the tanks were a lot more, and the bridges were like those were the top scores. I think everything else, like the missile silos and stuff. Oh, I know, and the aircraft carriers, that was another big score. I don't know. Now, Pete, did you have it as a kid, or did you grow up with that?
We got it sort of late. Yeah, we had it way back.
I never
83 or 84, even after the crash, probably.
Right. Yeah, that was. I mean, you probably had a little more. I got it, and I actually played it. I think last year at some point for a little bit. I think I might even done a video on it. I think it's when I got it as a pickup as part of my 125. I was like, well, I need to try this again, and I hadn't, or I might have tried it. I can't remember if that was my first. That couldn't have been my first time, because I remember the game. I just never really played it too much. And but yeah, I had a good time with it this time, but I don't think I did very well. But I think it's a lot of learning,
This is our original game from back in the day, from when I was a kid.
That's cool.
I can tell because it's got. You look down the bottom corner. Somehow along the line, I always had that McDonald's crayon sticker on it, and the box is split right down the middle, like right across here.
Huh.
That's actually sliced right open. It was that way when we got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it goes right through the sides to the front, but that's just the way the box is. But that's the copy that I had when I was a kid. And it's Intellivision Inc.
Yeah.
Well, it was after the fact. My brother-in-law got this so late. It was after the crash, after Mattel was gone in January.
So was that was 80? Was that 87 then? Maybe.
No, probably 84, 85.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess this is an older one. It's I can't really see, but it says it's from 83. This one.
Is it
Yeah.
this says copyright Intellivision Inc. 83 as well, but you got a Mattel version and I don't.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So this was an arcade game first, correct?
yeah.
I've never.
Yeah,
seen
Data.
arcade
I never played it. I wouldn't mind finding it to see how cool it looks as an arcade. You know, and I meant to do that when I was doing my video, but I was doing like 4 at the same time, so I was like,
I put a clip in my video of the arcade gameplay.
oh, you put it in there?
Yeah, at the beginning, just for maybe
Oh,
10
I'll-
seconds. Yeah.
We'll have to check it out then because I want to see that.
Hey, Mike Tendo, cool. Coco. Hear that, Coco? You're not alone.
Another Tabby fan.
She says screw off. There's only one Coco.
Yeah,
But don't listen to her.
there you go.
She's got a bad attitude. So
yeah, so what was the other thing I was gonna the poll. So I started doing the poll and I'm kind of forgot what we have left. So I mean that's playable for high score. So I have Nova Blast.
yes.
And then what else? We need 3 more.
Have we done Ladybug?
But we don't all have it.
I don't have it, but I mean I could go.
Okay.
I could try to make a trip and pick one up. But I actually, you know what? I need to buy that complete in box. So give me like maybe another week on that one, and I'll just try to pick it up like CIB because it's just one I just haven't had the chance to get. Was there any more iMagics that we haven't played? Like, let's see, we got Nova Swords and Serpents, Safecracker. What? Have we done Whitewater yet?
I do not have that one.
Oh, you don't have. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Ice Track.
I don't have that one either.
Okay, I have that one, but yeah, if we gotta make pole position. Ugh. I hope not. Did we done that one already?
No, I don't even have it.
It's pretty bad too.
That's an expensive game too. So
I picked it up from the IntellivisionCollector.com last Christmas.
did we do Carnival?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Or pinball. Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather play Carnival again than pinball. I'll tell you that. So, Jeff, what games do you have? Like that way, we can kind of go through whatever ones you have that we haven't played yet.
Let's see. Well, I got the Dungeons Dragons ones: Armor Battle, Astrosmashed, Atlantis, Auto Racing, B-17 Bomber, Backman, Beam Rider, which we've already done, I think, and Beauty and the Beast we've done.
Ooh, Auto Racing. I wouldn't mind us seeing who could do the best time.
Bomb Squad and Boxing. We've done Centipede and Defender, right? Have we done Demon Attack?
Oh no, Vectron. Do you have Vectron?
I do actually.
You know what? Let's put it on there. It's gonna happen to have.
We did.
Has to happen at some point.
We did Demon Attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Reversey. Have we done Reversey? Got Locomotion.
Oh, we haven't done Locomotion yet, have we?
We have not. We have not done Locomotion. We all have that. Well, yeah, we all have that.
I've got
all right, so we got. What else was there?
Oh, Dracula, Dragonfire, Dreadnought Factor.
Dragonfire.
We've not done Dreadnought Factor yet.
No, we did Beam Rider.
Why do I keep thinking I did some? Maybe it's just because I was doing Dreadnought Factor then. I thought we did.
We haven't done Dreadnought Factor.
That might be a good one to put on there. Maybe we'll take off Let's take off Vectron.
Oh, leave them.
Or should we? Okay, let's just leave these ones on here. That we'll add that. Yeah. So Nova Blast, Auto Racing, Vectron, Locomotion. Boom. There it is.
Oh, hold on. I thought you were gonna put Dreadnought Factor on there.
Oh, that's not. I thought. Okay. Well, it's too late now. So we can add it next week though. I forgot about those ones. Oh, let me catch up here. Sorry. Hey, Bears fan. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, it's the Retro Advisory Board on a Monday. No, Heat stops in here a lot. What's going on, Rab? Good to see you, man. Coco is being crispy. Yes, yes. Yeah, Nova Blast is in there. We haven't done Ice Trick because not all of us have it. And Rab says he's going to shout out to Vectron. Yeah, golf would have been another one too, like the golf in baseball and stuff. It depends, but I don't think Jeff has golf though either. Do you?
I might. Let me see. What's it actually called? It's a PGA.
PGA
Yeah,
golf.
but I'd rather, if we do golf, I think we should do Chip Shot, which is on the flashback.
I do have PGA golf, and I have.
I mean, we could do each. I wouldn't mind doing a golf game. Yep, voting time. So now, yeah, so there you go. So it's Nova Blast, Auto Racing. God, I already forgot. And Vectron and Locomotion. So right now, wow, people do not like us. Vectron. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Vectron and Nova Blast are head-to-head now. Nova Blast, a stellar game. To me, Auto Racing is fantastic. Locomotion, I'm going to be honest. I think I picked up and played it once, and I don't even remember how to play it or what it's about.
Is it like Happy Trails?
Kind of like a Happy Trail, move the track instead of the trail, right? Vectron, I despise, but I don't. I like it better than pinball.
Vectron looks cool. I like the look of it.
It's once you learn what you're supposed to do, I think it's. I say that to everything, but it's
Vectron's a layup for Papa Pete.
Vectron is like this. Once it's an impossible game to play, but once you learn how to play it, it becomes implayable as opposed to impossible.
Garfield is right about Mondays.
That should be on the back of the box, Pete.
Oh yeah, Dragster is a big thing on Atari. People were doing those like speed runs or whatever they call it to try to get the best timing. I remember the game. I remember playing it at my cousin's, but that'd be one I need to get complete in box.
I've done some Quest for the Patch videos where I try to do Activision games and qualify for the patch. And I've tried Dragster several times. I've never made a video because it is so hard just to get the patch.
What happens if there? Oh, that looks really cool too. I just remember the giant tires on the car.
That's a great.
Emma says, "What happens if there's a tie? Do you play both?" There hasn't been a tie. Have we ever? I know we've done two before, but I don't think we've ever had a.
With alt accounts, I don't think there'll ever be a tie because you can just.
Yeah, usually if there is, we'll wait a little longer, and it usually takes care of itself. But I mean, if it ever comes down to it where we got to leave and it's tied up, then I guess we do too. Oh, Savater says that 7 packages arrived today. Haven't opened them yet, but they're all OG Xbox, dude.
OG Xbox.
Somebody likes some OG Xbox. If you can't tell behind Pete's head right there, it's pretty awesome though. Very cool. Very cool. Well, okay. We need to let's get into some of this because we can talk over it because there's some of them I think. Well, we're gonna find out. I really want to see Jeff, so I want to put him first.
Are you ready with the 7-second delay?
Yeah, it says nope, not playing Mission X again. That's the name of the video. So here we are. We'll take down the sound a little bit there.
You got to get the very, 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 very beginning. The pre.
Oh, the pre. There we go.
Oh, this is a rough game.
It's a rough game, he says.
Welcome back. We're playing Mission X on Intellivision.
There we go.
Now he's doing pretty good. Just bombed a couple targets.
I had a problem with the bomb button because you got to really push that in hard to get that bomb to come out.
Especially for the double bomb. I started getting my fingers hurt after the second run. I was like, oh man.
See, I was trying to shoot.
You want to get those ships like twice, like the bigger ones at least.
I kept calling the anti-aircraft thing smiley faces and the tanks. I believe I said looked like Egyptian pharaohs to me. I don't know why.
You're right.
Right there.
You're right. Like Tutankhamun. Oh, you do. See, I was missing so bad in my first couple runs, and then my final, I was a little bit better, but not.
I think you have to play it a while to get the timing of the bomb right. Because it shoots out and then drops. I mean, it goes when you're down low like you are right there. It goes faster,
But when you're up higher, it takes longer to drop. But sometimes it almost helps at certain times to be up higher just because you're slower and can time it better. But yeah. Well, you're doing pretty good right now. You haven't even died. He's there. He said
So
it. It's a game.
Those black flying things, you can't do anything other than avoid them, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing is you can't shoot them down.
What's going on? Again, the bomb isn't coming out when I'm pressing the button. Come on now. There we go. I like to keep the score a mystery until you finish the level.
Yeah. I know. Like that was some. I don't know if that was because you can have more things on screen without the score.
I'm guessing it's a memory thing. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Got him. Which isn't too bad. Now those
you got that guy.
Yeah, I got all excited when I shot him.
Oh yeah, that was kind of how I did. Is we get each other at the same time, and I'd always die.
What's the deal with the gold stuff over here?
That's a truck. You just got to bomb it.
Okay,
like,
so it's okay to bomb.
Yeah, basically everything you want to bomb, like the trucks, the tanks, the trains, the aircraft carriers, the roads, except the runway. I guess I didn't know about the runway. If you bomb it, you lose 1,000.
Got the Pharaoh.
Yeah, bombing the pharaohs.
I was trying to figure out if I shot those planes. I think I did. Those new planes.
You're getting that, okay?
Of all things, we picked the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, that's right. The disc is the hardest too. So that's
usually the easiest on games.
It usually is the fastest, the hardest.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
But on most, to be honest, a lot of Intellivision games, if you try like 1, 2, or 3, it's super slow motion. So that's why disc was always just, to me, felt normal, like the normal way it's supposed to move. Because like if you like a game like Lock and Chase, when you hit like the blue number 1 and try to play, it's like bloop, bloop, bloop. It goes like it feels like the whole game just slowed down, like super slow motion. Yeah, so like I always hit the disc for everything to make it like normal speed. Whereas this one, I don't think it had anything to do with speed. I think it was more the just straight difficulty.
I noticed on a video I was looking at the analytics, and it said for whatever reason this video had like one of the highest retention rates. And I was like, man, people are just loving me being miserable. Apparently, I don't want to leave.
They're like, no, we got to see this. We got to watch them freak out.
Night's pretty cool. It's funny though how you can't see your bomb anymore.
You might have been done better than me, dude. I haven't seen the score. I'll have to check.
I don't even remember what I got, to be honest. It wasn't very much. This controller's killing my hand right now.
Yeah, it does hurt the hand after a while. Pete probably had the upper hand because he had the flashback, which I don't normally like the soft side buttons, but on a game like this, it's gonna save your hands, that's for sure.
Well, see, not having played as a kid, I'm sure I know you guys are talking about how you hold the controller. I think I hold mine differently than you guys, just because I'm coming at it from a 20 something viewpoint as opposed to you guys.
So I know Pete holds. I kind of like, we're a little different, but I hold mine with my left hand, disc with the right thumb. Yeah. So pretty much like you're holding a walkie-talkie.
So you use your right thumb. See, I'm just so used to using my left thumb to play games. I naturally go right to it.
So are you trying to use your fingers like this to push the side button?
I'm
doing like this, and I'm reaching around behind.
Like this.
Like this.
So that seems awkward to me.
I'm doing it like this.
Oh, it's definitely awkward.
I'm hitting right here.
Yeah.
With mine, because I hold it like this. So I'm right here is what I'm hitting. I mean, I could be hitting it with the thumb, but I didn't.
That's a big difference. I've never tried using my right hand.
Yeah, right.
All right, that's all I can take. I can't play this anymore.
Just like
There you
that,
go.
like as a telephone. Hello.
Hey, Pete, what's going on? Oh,
Channels for the week. I didn't enjoy that because that was painful to watch. I did my best. Hopefully next week we got a better.
bomb those pharaohs.
All right, thanks. For
What's
watching.
happening, Lance? What's going on? Good to see you, man. Bombs away.
Recording.
Intellicalysis.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Lance. Oh, what was the score?
Yeah, what was the score there?
Go ahead. I'll look it up here while you guys.
Okay. Why am I not finding?
Keith was ripped down.
Oh, there. Oh, it went to. I was like, I've seen like a soccer game. I'm like, that's not right. It must have went to a different video. All right. Intellicalysis. You'll get there, Jeff. Yeah, once you'll be able to set phone calls, you'll get apps on your controller eventually.
I should just start doing that with the games from now on, using my right hand to control, or my right thumb to control the disc, and then you reach over and use your index finger for the buttons.
That's what I do. I usually use I do, but you could use your thumb still.
Oh, you're right.
Don't.
This flashback controller, the buttons are much softer,
Super soft. Yeah, if you would have done it on that, it would have been.
Too bad. Yeah,
I did it on my original too. I did it on my original too. So I was right there with you. My fingers were hurting.
All right, I had 5810. Almost 6.
5,810.
Yep.
Wow, and you went so far though.
I wasn't hitting much. That was the problem.
Okay.
I kept missing stuff.
Let's see how bad I did. Disc speed ahead. Whoops, I guess I got to turn that up there. It has some pretty cool sounds. I mean, they're not terrible. Sometimes hitting them. I destroyed that whole thing.
Yeah, the explosions are pretty cool. The sound.
Yeah, like it reminds me like River Raid meets 1942, like just with the. You know, it would be kind of cool if they did the button like the 1942 and 43, where if you hit it, it kind of does the loop kind of. I already
a little
died.
bit of B-17 bomber in there too.
That is true because you hear that.
Yeah,
it's just missing the bombs away.
Chuck, you scored 400 points more than me on the first spot there, the first level.
I also just died. Like.
So, what are the big point items here?
I think it's trucks, trains, bombs away. The bridge, the red bridge. I could never seem to get both pieces.
And what were those black things that just went by? Not these, but the bigger ones.
Like those there.
Oh, they're changed. Okay.
Yeah, they're like coming up at you, so
Yeah,
they get
the
bigger as they come up. Yeah. They always surprise me. Yeah, I always get like taken out by the first plane, so it's like I'm always scared when it's about to show up. I don't know if I've ever seen Mission X on anything else.
no, me neither. Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I bet you it's on a compilation for Data East somewhere.
I don't know when they're coming, but they come out of nowhere. The planes, and that's what I'm scared of. A couple of these things. Whew. See how I did. Coming back for a landing. Woo, my hands. 38-10. That is not good. Wasn't I at like $5,000 last time? Around this time? Ah, see, there he is. Trying to take me out. And he just disappears.
Sneaky bastard.
But I mean,
They do.
for an Intellivision, for an Intellivision game, this isn't bad. Like, I mean, the way it looks, you know, like, I mean, we could say the controller might be a little. See, right there, I went down just to kind of get away, but then I went too low, and then they shot lower. Yeah, they know when to shoot those things. I tell you that. I missed all those trucks. I got one. Oh, I agree, Lance. A Super Pro Mission X. I'll take a Super Pro in anything, man. Especially if it's complete in box. I'll collect it. Man, I am missing a lot of stuff in my hands. Yeah, right now my hands are already messing up because it's got sort of the aircraft carrier. Oh, shoot, there's more.
Starting to wonder if the hand cramping, like for me, if it's just because I'm my age at this point.
Michael Landon again. Well, I kind of got some carpal tunnel too, so it's which as a kid I didn't. So that's Mission X64, like N64. That would be cool.
That would be cool
to kind of make this all in like that and that the N64 3D kind of.
I was just looking on Moby Games. There's a review of this game. Came out September of '83. The review. It got a 5 out of 6. What an odd scoring system. 6.
That's a 6-star review then.
Right.
Instead of a 5-star review.
I'm just trying to find if it's on any other system. It's got to be somewhere on a collection.
Well, Pete says he put it. He has it at the beginning. I make back his up to the beginning so I could see the arcade look like. Yeah. So that was a free guy there. I didn't realize that's what I got.
Is that for 10,000?
It must have been.
Yeah, 10,000.
Oh yeah, I don't think you can pull it off with an NT2. I mean, those were just notoriously hard plastic buttons. I think every time I shoot them, they get me at the same time. Yep. Got me too. 11,000.
By the way, did you notice the box is Mission X with a hyphen?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the startup screen has no hyphen, and the cartridge has no hyphen. Very strange. But I think the arcade game has a hyphen, doesn't it?
Oh, I got him too, but he got me 12,000. 12,200, not too great.
That's pretty good.
Really get your fingers going with the side buttons there. I'll take the 12,000. Like so that was not very well. 3DO is the dude. I love 3DO, man. I'm doing some more pickups on 3DO. Now I do know they're notorious for having some really bad games as well. But the ones I do remember that are good, I definitely am trying to collect. Heck, I'm trying to collect any of them because they're fairly cheap. There is a couple that are a little more than some, like the good ones, like I think Samurai Showdown, Street Fighter 2. I actually like Way of the Warrior, as cheesy as it is, and I also like Road Rash is the best version. Need for Speed for the time was cool. Now it's like a little slow because that's when they first started doing that type of stuff. PO'd is another one I really like. Really kooky game, especially with the cheat code when you can just fly around with a backpack with the full arsenal of weapons. That's really fun. Do I have any to show? I do. I'm redoing my whole back here. So I got, they're right here. So like here is 3DO. There's one of the long box games there. There's PO'd, one of my favorite games. First person shooter, but it's kind of like a 3D fly around with a jetpack shooter as well. And then they got cool stuff like a Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. I got Dragon's Lair and Space Ace.
That's cool.
Rebel Assault, which isn't the greatest Star Wars game because they had that for GameCube as well. Primal Rage is like almost arcade perfect. Gex is really good.
Did you say Street Fighter 2 was on 3DO?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They had a cool Capcom controller too, where you held it like almost like a light gun looking thing, and it was like you held it right here, but then up here was a 6-button pad, and I thought it played cool. I used to have it, and I sold a lot of that stuff, and I'm trying to re-buy of it.
I've never even heard of that. That's interesting.
Yep. I love 3DO. I might actually. I think there's 0 3DO fan streams. I might actually once I start getting some more of this collection, I might actually start doing a stream for 3DO games because I really love it. It just happens to be part of my my teen years, I should say. I think in night mode your top altitude is limited. Everything seems a little larger. That could be true. Yeah, the Horde. Yeah, that's right, the Horde. I also like Icebreaker, which is the little glass pyramids, and you shatter them, and you have to shoot them, and they come bouncing after you. It's kind of creepy. Funny sound effects and music for that game.
Is that it?
Yes, that's exactly the one I had, dude. And believe it or not, it feels great. Like people are like, this is the stupidest thing ever. I'm like, it's really not. It was pretty because you're holding it so sturdy and your thumb can really. I thought it was great.
That's really interesting. I've never seen that one before.
I may have to get. How much are they going for now? Probably a lot.
I don't know. This is like a Wikipedia thing. That's pretty cool though.
Oh, the arcade is a hyphen or came out under the Zor moniker. Oh, I remember seeing some. That was the same game? Huh. Perhaps you have a show on the History Channel. Yeah, Madden was one of the first. Madden, was that the first CD one? It wasn't the first, because I think TurboGrafx had Madden CD football.
Yeah, TurboGrafx had it in what? 92, 93 with Turbo.
Yeah, the very first. That one's pretty rough looking, but it is one of the good ones. Vectron's leading the poll. That's so funny.
Chuck, I played that Madden on Turbo Duo at CES before it came out. It was
really,
yeah. It was like 90, 91. I guess it was probably 91. Okay, good. Vectron is on the flashback. Although I do have the original already hooked up.
I think I already opened mine up anyways because I just did I wanted to unbox a game and I had Vectron sealed and I could probably buy it for $4 anyways.
I'm gonna have to practice. I've played Vectron, but man, I was so confused.
Yeah, Locum. Okay, so Vectron's leading the poll right now at 37%. Nova Blast behind at 29%. A very good game. Wow, poor Auto Racing, 9%. I really love Auto Racing. Maybe because it was one of the ones I had as a small child. Well, fairly small child. I forgot how old I was, maybe 10. Locomotion at 26. So it's going to be one of them three. I'm telling you that. Probably between Nova Blast and Vectron. Yeah. Big Block says 3DO talk on the Intellivision stream. 2 of my faves. I love it too, man. I really do. Really do. Pete's got a great video on how to play Vectron. It's not part of the 125 though, is it?
No, yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, so it is a 125.
Right. Yeah, I haven't. I don't have a 125 video of Vectron. No, but Vectron is one of the 125.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
But you had a good thing that kind of explained it, how you have to make the bases and protect them, and once you fill up all the bases, and I already forgot though.
I played it a couple times. I have one where I play a hacked version. that let you go through.
You
and
can see it,
everything,
yeah.
which is kind of neat, which is actually physically impossible.
Oh, I was the same way, Brian. Dude, I got that. Actually ended up getting it on clearance. And the weird thing was, I was in like a funk because my dad had just passed, and it was 1995. I can't remember when it came out, but it was they were not. I don't think they were clearancing it, or maybe it wasn't clearance. I got it for cheap. I think I got it for like $70 or something like that, and all the games were like $15. So I ended up getting Road Rash, Need for Speed, Way of the Warrior. And then they were hanging on for a bit, and so I kept ordering through a catalog. And then I would get, I got Gex, and I got a ton of different games. I had Total Eclipse, Off-World Interceptor, which is the 3D was still, it was okay, but it was, but yeah, I wanted it to succeed too, and I knew it was on its way out when PlayStation came and just destroyed them. Graphic God, what's happening? Bringing back the old school. Oh, yeah. That's what we like to do. We like to play these old games, man. The blockier, the better. Bourne says, I picked Vectron in the poll because the name made me think of Vectrex or Voltron. I always think of Voltron.
That would be Emma's answer.
Vectron is the only game on the arcade network, which is weird since they had Bump and Jump and Burger Time and all these great arcades. Yeah, there you go. She said it too, Emma.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't even see that controller on eBay.
Darn, I see. That's one of those things you wish. Same with the 3DO light gun, because they had all the Mad Dog McCree stuff. Because remember in the arcades they had those. They were these Western shooters. We went to some, I think it was like a Texas Roadhouse or something like that, or one of those at Logan Steakhouse or whatever was around back in like the early 90s. And they had a stand-up arcade machine of the shooter, Mad Dog McCree, and it was like laser disc, and you'd shoot, and then it would go so quick it looked like you were live action. And I love to play that at that place. And when I saw it for 3DO, I bought that big orange light gun that looks like a giant revolver. Those things are going for like $300 a piece now.
Oh,
like it's so stupid. The games are not that much, but it's the light gun is. So every time I see it, I'm like, how much is the light gun? I went to that retro store, and I thought it ended up being there was a Saturn one that I think it's like American Laser Games that did it, and the Saturn one looks the same way as, or not the Saturn, was it the Saturn? Anyways, the same people made it for 3DO, and when I thought it was a 3DO one because it was listed for like $50, I was like, I'm gonna buy it, and I was like, oh, this is Sega or something. I was like, darn it, I thought it was gonna be 3DO, but they're like, no, not for that price. Hit Dreamcasting since $99.99.
Yep, I got one all day too.
I liked the Dreamcast. Luke says I picked Vectron because it reminded me of Megatron. Oh, it's not gonna. It's gonna remind you of the worst game ever if you guys pick this for us.
It's beautiful. Come on.
Yeah, I miss my Dreamcast. That's another one I do need to get in to get back into. Sega Swirl forever. No one is salty about Dreamcast by this point. We're straight brine. Yeah, I agree. I think they do need to do a Sega Mini, either a Dreamcast and a Saturn, I think. But I have a feeling Sega maybe has that in the works anyways. Stuff like that, because they're making money off those. Yeah, I think a lot of people are just like, what's Vectron? I'm going to vote for that. Sounds cool. It's not, guys. If there's any chance to change your vote now.
Also, I love how the game looks. It looks really cool. But when I've played it one or two times, and I was like, man, I just can't get the hang of it.
Nova Blast, an actual good game. You're right.
You guys are just Vectron's up to 40% now. You guys are just talking them all into it.
Oh, no. When I hear crickets, it reminds me of Luke.
Guess what, though? You know what happens if we play Vectron next week? Vectron next week?
I'd love to play a Voltron game. I'm surprised there never was one. But anyways, yeah.
It means we never have to play it again.
That is true. Get it out of the way now, right? Pull the Band-Aid off. Yeah, you're right. It's peaking at 40%. Wow. Nova, the furthest. Well, yeah, Nova Blast at 28, Locomotion at 22, Auto Racing. Poor Auto Racing, such a good game. One of the originals too. At 10%. Poor thing. Well, anyways, what do we haven't done Pete's. Let's pull Pete's up here. Isn't this an exciting show? Here we go.
Well, it's just so much, everybody's on the edge of their seat waiting for this vote,
so I need to pull up is it right at the beginning?
Near the beginning.
Oh yeah, I want to see that commercial. Or
there it is.
Here we go.
We'll just start right there and turn up the sound a little bit. I think you get some sound. It is a Data East game. It's actually an arcade port. I am not even the least bit familiar with the arcade version of this game. So given that fact, I think I'm going to drive a little bit of arcade footage in right here.
That looks cool.
And if I can't find it, then I won't put any.
How fast it is, too.
But right on, this is a game that we did have back in the day. My brother-in-law was right into shmups and World War II shmups, especially.
That is
precursor.
That is pretty awesome looking, man. I kind of may have to search for that and see if I could find it. Just the PCB board, I could build one of those machines.
And like Rab said, look for Zor as well, ZOAR. I always love these when it looks a little bit.
Yeah, I've actually seen. Never the gameplay, but I've seen the name Zor. Reminds me of Zoar from Masters of the Universe, the Falcon, which is the Empress, not the Sorcerer.
All right, here we go. Let's play her.
Sorceress. That's what I meant to say. Look at that HDMI display.
See how the altitude goes up? I can go up and down. And basically, those are anti-aircraft missiles coming at me.
Big Lock says, I didn't vote Vectron because it reminds me of not having fun.
Small ships there. Just think of all the kids that got Vectron for Christmas and opened it up so excited. And it's like, anti-aircraft guns. Of course, we got tanks.
Yeah, Emma says you can't give a bad name a cool name. You're so right.
Oh, that missile almost got
Bears fan says they need to re-release the turbo. Yeah, they do. They are expensive, man. Or do a part 2 with some CD games.
I was just checking Amazon Japan because that's where I got mine from.
Oh, that was not good.
And they're out too.
Oh, see, I got way up above the missiles that time. I already get.
Yeah, I don't think you can find them at all. Megadan, I will have to do a stream of Show Must Go On and a couple other ones like Beam Rider and there's a cool some that are just full of action. I just need to do an Intellivision stream and I had I got this show and then I got the Wednesday show and then I'm going to be starting the Friday shows. I don't know. I may have to do something.
I've got 2 or 3 out there of the Show Must Go On already.
Yeah, that's where I first saw it.
I've got streams. I've got all kinds of stuff out there on those.
That's the one with the spinning plates.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched that one, Pete. That was a cool game.
Yeah, it is. It's great. Chuck, you just did one, Chuck. I just watched it.
I just got it and did one. Yes,
which is just kind of like a 1942. I've done it in many streams. I did a stream on all the games of the Intellivision Collector.
Yeah,
a few weeks ago, it was probably in November, where I just played the 6 games from Luke's company, and it was pretty good. Like they're great games.
They are. I like all of them so far. I have a surprise. He is sending me something, and it's a surprise. And I'm going to let's just say there'll be some more homebrew content soon.
That's worth a lot right there. Oh. Yeah, there we go.
Dude, I'd love to see a remake of the Mission X. Look at Pete just rocking it. Whoa. And he's hitting them every time, too.
Okay, that's
the planes.
Waves. Then I get my buttons mixed up. So. I'm way down low.
Steve says, I picked Nova Blast. It reminds me of Nova Heart by Canadian new wave band The Spoons.
Oh, here comes
there you go.
Whoa. I almost got shot there.
Nova Blast is a great game.
Don't hear much Spoons talk anymore.
You don't hear much Spoons talk.
All right, that's it. Rob Bruce.
Yeah, you got to watch Megadan. Check out Papa Pete's. Like, he does this MTV homebrew spotlight, which is beautiful, and he's got so many cool games on there. You would be.
Megadan did an outro.
that's
No,
fine,
he
man.
never did do an outro for me.
Oh, you didn't?
Hectic here.
What
You want me to
the
get a
hell?
deal?
Trying to change my speed so I didn't get trapped. Because of those missiles at you, of course, it takes you right out.
We'll get it from Megadan sooner or later. We're gonna get that outro from him.
Big Block says my wish list still includes a 3DO Maxi, the latest imagination. It has to do with 3DO emulation and a working full-size laser
Now this
display.
is interesting. We've gone through 2 waves, and now it's a night.
No worries, Megadan. It's hilarious.
You can't see my missiles, but you still see the things coming at you, which is
Bogus. Born Nova Blast is a shooter. It's like a horizontal shooter.
It's basically a Defender Pro.
It's kind of like Defender, but I think there's some good enough differences that I like it more.
Agreed.
Oh,
Yeah, especially on the Intellivision, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
we've done.
Seems impossible to get all 3 bombs in aircraft carriers. Yeah,
fighter. Oh,
and
Oh,
most
yeah,
I ever
yeah.
hit was
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
1-inch biceps. What's happening, dude? Good to see
I
you.
dove, I think.
Good to see you, man.
This is hard at night because you can't see your missile. Oh, I wish I could go over by that train. A piece of the track, anyway.
I was just checking out the spoons on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Arius and Symphonies and Romantic Traffic and
Oh, wrong button.
they're very
Down
80s
too low, you go too fast. They
Poppy.
fly things.
Platinum Blonde, which you guys don't know
Listen to the
Platinum
bridge,
Blonde
you
either.
get bonus points. If you can manage to get both sections of that bridge, you get
Platinum. Why does that sound familiar?
Well, they're
very difficult
British
to do.
British Canadian band
Okay.
back in the 80s. You would have heard of them in Detroit.
Yeah, that's
grew
what
up
I'm
in
thinking
Detroit, you
because we
would've
get
heard of
pretty much everything over here. So
Absolutely, yeah. And same with the Spoons, right? The Spoons, Rob Pruce is one of them. The
yeah,
guitarist.
I've
He
heard
went-
of that. I
he
never
went,
bought a CD, but I've heard of them.
He went to Honeymoon Suite,
That's awesome, Bears fan.
which Honeymoon Suite like did the theme song for Lethal Weapon and stuff like that. They're Canadian, but they had some play in the States.
Oof, get through that barrage.
Megadan, it's good, man. The homebrew scene alone will make you want to get one.
Let's see over here.
And let me know before you get one and what games to get. I'll let you know, man. I'll give you I'll tell you your first 5 games. It's gonna have to be. Well, actually, I'll tell you right now. It'll be Tron Deadly Discs,
No luck, no luck.
Burger Time, Astrosmash,
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. The first one.
Carnival.
Here we go.
And I'm going to say bowling. Because bowling, once you get the hang of it and get it,
Try to go a little slower here.
you're so good at doing games. Megadan's like so good at doing like no death runs and beating games on the fly. Like once he masters stuff like bowling or and Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, it's gonna be like that, you know.
Missile zone right in on you like that. Oh,
18,000.
keep it in the middle here.
You're still going. Holy smoke. Have you even died yet, Pete?
Yeah.
But he's also got a free guy from that. I think he died once, but he got it back.
Yeah, I was thinking about the ultimate flashback
That's
yesterday about how you can't really get it anymore.
Right.
And
Get through
I
the
actually
night, though. That
sent
that was rough.
Hyperkin a message on Twitter. I was like, why don't you guys make a Retron for Intellivision? I mean, it's perfect because, like, I mean, I've got
Like an
Retron for
HDMI
Atari.
Retron, that would be perfect. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, the controller did a great job. This controller feels just like the original, but it also has an SD card in the back, so you can just load it up with all the Atari ROMs. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer for them to do an Intellivision version. That's
Yeah, it would be income for Intellivision Entertainment. They should look into that actually.
Get over there.
Yeah, because like you said, Hyperkin would probably they would do a third-party controller, right?
Oh yeah, because
They would just make a number pad controller.
like I said, for the Retron for
Pretty lucky
Atari,
through that section.
they made their own controller, so they would do it with
And I'm
Intellivision.
always hitting the wrong button. Top is ball.
As long as they put that SD card in the back, like they did with the Atari one, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's HDMI. The Atari one's HDMI.
Yep,
So
that's right.
perfect solution.
That would be basically it would be making ultimate flashbacks for us, you know.
There we go.
And the Atari one it's only like, I don't know, $80 or something. It wasn't expensive.
Nice.
Yeah, you talking about Megadan? You talking about that Seattle game where they lost and the refs? I guess I missed it, but I saw the last one last night with Green Bay. But yeah, they were one away, right?
Oh, but he shot me right off. That's so far so good here.
I hear you. I'm going to be honest. Didn't have much faith in them, which is probably my own bad. I just been let down so many times. I figured something would happen, but I think the refs, even on Thanksgiving over here, they play every year, and it's.
Oh, I gotta get over here and get the aircraft.
They treat them like they just hate them. I don't know what to tell you. They're very biased for the Lions. Like anytime the Lions start doing something right, they're like, nope, we're gonna just do a crappy call in there.
We'll get this truck.
Yeah, they were fairly okay this year, and I'll say
Runway and
fairly.
That section. Wow. Okay, 26,000. Going pretty good, actually.
One inch says I got a copy of Tron Deadly Disc today with a mystery game without a label. Well, I got a couple of those where the labels kind of fell off. I know one's Burger Time, and then the other. I also have a golf game that's actually baseball. Pretty funny. It came in the package like that too.
Oh
Damn,
yeah.
you're still look at this. You're just getting these guys. Oh, they got you that time.
As soon as they come at you straight ahead, you're kind of screwed.
20's at 29,000. Destroyed us.
I'll get over here. Oh, hit the wrong button. Couple of anti-aircraft guns taken out.
I've never collected for CDI. I never had a CDI. Not that I don't think that it would be interesting, but I'd have to get like a lot with all the games and the unit for super cheap for me to really be interested. But if someone had it back in the day, like I think it's something niche like 3DO where you had it, you're gonna like it.
I got over 30,000.
30,200.
Wow.
Wow.
I want plumbers don't wear ties. Is that 3DO or CDI?
Yeah, that is 3DO. That's another thing about the 3DO that a lot of people either know or don't know is it had a lot of adult games, and one of the weirdest ones was the plumbers don't wear ties. Full motion video game. Full motion video. And I think Panda Sub would love a lot of the 3DO stuff because it is all full motion stuff with ask you a question, how would you proceed, and that takes you to the next part. You either win or lose that way. But yeah.
One thing you may not know is that the star of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, Jeannie Barone, was also Hollywood in The Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
That's right. I remember there was a whole thing on that, a documentary, and I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew she was someone. Yeah. Born has all the adult games in 3D. Oh, I had a few of the Vivid titles and stuff like, because I mind you, I'm a teenager and I'm getting all these catalogs, and they're like, there was like a puzzle game. You did stuff and it would put together a centerfold, like a nude. And I had a few of those. There was actually a Vivid game, but it was just like supermodels. Hello?
Megadan asked if the Intellivision controller sucked, and I don't hear any sucking noises, so I think it's perfectly just fine.
No? A lot of clicking noises. That's about it. Clicking and pressing.
It's like anything else. It's what you used to, right? So I've used it my whole life, so I think it's great. It was one of my favorite controllers, frankly. It's a lot better than a lot of the stuff that's out there nowadays. And
I don't mind it. I grew up with it.
Right. But if you're used to playing with a D-pad, which all an Intellivision controller is,
a flat D-pad
is a precursor to a D-pad. They just turned it sideways when Nintendo did it and did it like this. And all of a sudden they switched your control of the disc or the D-pad to your left hand instead of your right hand. This is just an early D-pad. It really is all it is. So it's where it all started, right?
It's like if for those of you that are like that never really played Intellivision and you were more of an Atari person or a Nintendo person, it's like a flat dial paddle D-pad, if it makes any sense.
Yeah.
Did I play Twisted yet? No, I do want to play that though. I've seen it many a times, but I never sat down to fully play. Look at the stickler. What a stickler.
And you know what? You put that on there, and that's absolutely horrible. When I do use that, I'm always around the side of the stick trying to get it to go because you can't do anything with that.
Yeah, they used to make all those type of things to make it try to turn it into a joystick, but it was better control with the disc, in my opinion.
Somewhere I have a box for the sticklers, and I have the original D-pad or the original disc from this and the second stickler because this is our original one from that's been on there. That stickler's been on there since probably 1983.
You said there's a box with the disc in it somewhere.
I have a box, the stickler box with the other disc and the other stickler, and I have not been able to find it, but I know that I've seen it within the last 15 years. So it's here somewhere.
Yeah, I got to do that. I have it right here. Like I said, I'm under construction. I'm going to be working late into the night finishing this stuff over here, but I do have the coupler, and that is my next video. I want to do some gameplay of Night Stalker, probably the first one I do with the stickler, and then Tron, and then Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and a couple others that where you can't use where you can use two.
For Pete's sakes, I'm off looking.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you got the same thing. Where's yours, Jeff? Just kidding.
I do not have that.
He's like, I don't have a coupler, guys. I'm not that into it. You weirdo.
Might just be mine, but that thing came with it to show you how to use it.
No, so yeah, it pops in. This pressure pops in there. I'm kind of scared because it looks 3D printed, and I'm like, but I guess it holds. Yeah.
So is this to have two controllers side by side for some games?
Yeah.
What game does that?
Night Stalker, Tron Deadly Disc, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons,
Oh, wow.
and anything that uses the controller to shoot while you're trying, or anything that uses the keypad to shoot while you're trying to move with the disc.
Oh, that's really cool.
So like,
I'll probably put it on my original, but this is just on one of my flashbacks. But yeah, just mounts them up.
It doesn't stay in. Is the issue
That's what I noticed on
Oh.
one side does for me, but the other one, I don't know. Yeah, they're kind of 3D printed. I'm afraid, like this type of stuff, like when I get like these 3D printed signs, like the Rayman, if they fall, they shatter. It would be cool if it was more of like an aluminum or something. But you know what? It costs next to nothing. So
it didn't cost a whole lot, no. So it was worth trying. We're seeing, but will I ever use it? I'll never use that.
I guess because you're holding this underneath too. So,
but I just push it in so it's tight and it pops right back out.
Yeah, mine does kind of too.
Yeah. So
what I'll do is I'll get some crazy glue, maybe some Gorilla Glue. I'm just kidding. And then for that, at that point, the controllers are just ruined. But a small price to pay for being able to run a gun, right? No, I'm kidding. I'd have to play it in action to see because I think I could probably hold it on there.
So let me say this: the coupler is an interesting idea, but this is not Papa Pete approved.
Hell, have you actually tried using it? You said
a little bit, but the controllers wouldn't stay in it more than 10 seconds.
Oh, that's
you move it all the wrong way, and all of a sudden, poof, they flopped out. Right, so.
You think they would have noticed that when they went to use it for the first time?
It's just a guy making it on eBay. It's like he's trying. I'm
That's
not. I bought the thing, and I'm glad I bought it. But
it reminds me of the flip grip on the Switch. It's just one piece of plastic.
Yeah.
That allows you to put your screen in.
I still have to try it.
Oh, absolutely! You should try it. Hey, $12. I mean, the guy probably spent who knows how long designing it, and then printed out a few. And how many people are actually going to want one? He might sell a couple hundred of them, and good for him. And but I'm not. It's don't expect too much. But I'm glad to have it.
Oh, here you go. Yeah, did you know that the Tron Deadly Disc game manual actually recommends two controllers? Yes. That's what she said. Yeah, he gets an A for effort. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm wondering also, and I know this is silly, but what if I were to wrap like a rubber band or something around like a couple of rubber? I bet it would hold those in there.
They work.
You know.
This is kind of springy, and it pushes them in enough, and it's just always trying to push them out, right?
Yeah, it's almost like it should have been. The depth should have been a little less on it because it bottoms out. Like I said, if this was an aluminum, I bet it would clip in there better.
I'm thinking it probably would go this way. It fits better.
Or it would have been better if they did them like this, where it clipped in on the sides and then clicked down inside, instead of having it just because right now all it is clipping into the back.
It just slides in, yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of slides in the back of it. I don't know. I'm gonna try it though, but yeah, it does look a little weak.
Or you could put them both on, and then get a big roll of duct tape. Just duct tape.
Yeah, there you go. You just duct tape them, and you good to go.
So we're not really doing. We're not really being too positive. Megadan asked if the controllers suck. We're not really being too positive.
Well, it's the cup. We're talking about the coupler for it. He says Skill Game Go feels left out.
Hey, can one of you send me some pictures of that? Because my son has a really cool 3D printer. It'd be cool to see if he could maybe fix it, maybe change it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if there was a way to do it, like, it's literally all it is, and it's on eBay. You probably better pull it up on eBay right now. See what it is? It has these two little things, and they go on the inside of the back. They're just enough to clip inside of the back of each one.
And
I think it'd be better if they cradled it on the side, so like this, like it was like a claw going like this, like
yeah. What you're showing doesn't look like it would even click in at all.
So it's like it's got these raised pieces, and they just clip in. So it kind of sets like that.
Yeah, pops back out. So it'll stay there for a minute.
Those are still on eBay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Intellivision coupler. I think they're around $12.
Maybe I'll get one and see if my son can see if we can come up with a slightly different design to get it to click in, and I could send you them if it works.
That'd be really cool.
Like, if that sat in there right like that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, if it click, but I think I even was thinking. I was even thinking it would wear out because it's just a plastic,
As soon as I move my thumbs. No, not right yet, but just at least touch, it pops out. Again, great idea. And not bad.
I think it needs to have something that clips here and here, like my fingers are, to where it literally just grasps the controller. Heck, even throw one on the bottom and top. Like, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that it literally it can't slide, it can't pop out. Maybe something with like a little clip that spins and clips on, like a spring. I don't know. I'd pay a good 20, 25 bucks if they got something that was really a little more complex did the same thing.
All right, I'm going to order one of those and see what I can figure out with my son. If we can do anything better.
I have a howling dog upstairs. What are we howling at?
Well, Mega Dan, the Intellivision, the ones you get, they're usually built into the console. So the only way to unplug them is to open up the console, and then you can unplug them and put a new one in if it doesn't work correctly or something. And then they sell rebuild kits as well. I think Intellivision Collector may have a couple left. I can't remember.
And don't even bother with an Intellivision 2.
Yeah, Intellivision 2s are, I don't want to say junk, but they're junk. They look cool. But if you're playing anything that requires a lot of side action button, it's not going to be good. Some for Astrosmashed or I guess Burger Time's okay, but like something where you're using the side buttons all the time, they look really cool because it looks like a Nintendo pretty much.
It's a very cool looking system. The face buttons, though,
they're like inset. Yeah, they're kind of they're just like
the side buttons don't even budge. I don't know how they even work. You can't even feel them pushing in.
Yeah, that was the one I ended up selling back to like a video game store for credit because I just didn't. I was over it, and I had like 3 other But yeah, dude, you definitely want to do get the original, which is the the one that's like this. So I got a bunch of them right here right now. But yeah, get like this one here. Just get one that says like works excellent, completely tested. You just want to make sure, because that's the way to go on them. Dropping all my boxes of tab everywhere.
You say get original, Dan, but the thing is, it's only the Intellivision 2 that's bad. If you get Intellivision 3, it's just the same as the original. A Super Pro system is the same. They're probably cost you more. Even a Sears one is fantastic.
Sears I always wanted because I think they look like a 1970s, like it should just be on your coffee table.
Yeah, I think that Sears one is really nice looking, but those are a little more expensive, aren't they? Quite a bit more expensive than the original.
They're not too bad. They're about the same, I think.
About the same?
Well, it depends on who's selling them as well. Yeah, about 100 to 150. I mean, I've gotten a couple for 75, but yeah, if they're like hardly used, still in box for 100, 150, then do that. Or someone that's just taken super care of it, like because you don't want one that's just beat up, because then you'll have controller stuff going on. But for the most part, those controllers hold up pretty darn good. It's pretty rare I had bad issues with controllers. You have two Sears, but they don't work. I think the Sears looks awesome though, just to have a display of. I think it looks fantastic. And the Sears and the Sears you can unplug and put new controllers in. You just got to find another, maybe a console that doesn't work, and use the controllers that are working.
You know what I have that works?
What's that? Vectron. Oh. Speaking of that, I'm gonna end the what's going on, the poll, and it is Vectron. It is Vectron. And
all you people watching Astrosmashed Mondays in virtual reality right now, I'm giving you a headache.
Yeah, so Vectron wins. Vectron wins. See, Rab says my Sears system is my go-to.
I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah, you're gonna buy pinball for your first game. And I'll be the first one to stop you. I'll intercept it before it gets to your house. I'll be like, "Don't do it!"
Get this. They ran pinball as the what was it on? It was on Intellivision Invasion Facebook group as the game of the week for high score. And you know what the high score I saw today was in pinball? 452,000 points.
What?
Exactly.
It's got to be someone that just played it from birth. Like they just never stopped playing it.
I noticed there's 2 or 3 people who are on there. Like they go like 50,000, 80,000, 100,000, 120,000. The last guy up was 452,000 points. It's like, wow. So,
Well, there it is. Next week, we are playing Vectron. Ugh. Oh my god, these little fruit flies. We're gonna get it out. Vectron, the horror. Yeah, we're gonna get it out of the way. That's basically this. We're getting it out of the way, and it can join pinball and carnival with in the depths of.
Maybe we should all play the hack version, and then when we play them all back, we can have a 4-hour show.
Yeah, because we're playing every. What was it? Go to level 99.
99. Yeah.
Yeah.
You race to 99.
Vectron, co-founder of the universe, form blazing headache. You win comment of the night there, Rab.
Yeah. There's also an incredibly complex friggin' Easter egg in Vectron. And I did a video as well that goes through and it does that Easter egg, which is kind of neat too. I can't even remember what the blaze that shows. It's just display stuff, right? A message. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would
incredibly
just
complex.
Yeah. It was like says the programmer or something, right? Or
yeah, it's like it had to be reverse engineered to find it. Joe Zavicek, I think, is one who found it. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's Urbanic. I don't know, but maybe Urbanic released it. But it's incredibly complex.
Well, we'll see you, unfortunately, next week for Vectron. I'm super excited for Vectron.
Not a Tron game.
And not a Vol game. Not a Voltron, not a Megatron.
Not even a
Unfortunately,
Vec
Vectron.
game. Might make you say Vec a few times.
Yeah. What the Vec is going on with this? I don't even know what to say. Thanks for voting in another crazy game for us.
Jeff?
I feel like we're on Mystery Science Theater 3000 and, being forced to watch terrible movies. Except for playing terrible video games.
Yeah. Let's just have our silhouettes playing Vectron at the same time. Going, this really sucks. Yeah, this looks bad. This looks like a cluster.
I'm thinking that might be your shortest video yet, Jeff.
See if I can clock in under 30 seconds. I'll just make it a short. How about that?
Just one big beep.
Yeah, next week's show, 12 minutes total. Yeah, if you guys can power through Vectron, I can power through watching it. I will give it a chance. I will read the instructions and try to comprehend what the heck is going on the screen and what does it even mean. And hopefully I'll still not like it.
I streamed it there a while back, like a long time ago when I first started streaming it. Threw it on and said, I'll never get anywhere in this. And I got to like level 5 and I was freaking thrilled.
I thought you got to like 10 or 11 at one point on something.
I have, as a kid, I've gotten up into 11 or 12, which frankly, there's aren't very many people who would have ever gotten past that. But I hadn't played it in forever, and I got to level 5 and I was shocked because it becomes a freaking, it's damn near impossible.
I wish they would have changed the boards. I wish the boards would have changed, like different colors, different designs for each level, or at least every 4 boards maybe changed to a different color or different layout. It just
or a different game. Every 4 levels.
After 4 screens, after the 4th level, it just turns into Tron Deadly Disc or something.
Yeah, that would be great.
Or even Carnival would have been good.
Yeah, I would play Carnival. I'd shoot some balloons. I'd play, I don't know about pinball, but guys, you'll be in my prayers. You'll need it for Vectron.
An abstract Pong game.
The birth of
nice.
Vectron. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care. Thank you.